want to be able to pin our ears back and go, but be smart about it. Know the situation. Know when we have high pockets and low pockets. Knowing when it's third and medium and third and long, how we're going to approach our rush. And these guys,
which is high pockets?
High pocket, third and long, we can get after it. Low pockets, third and medium situations where we got to close the pocket and we can't get too carried away. Our moves got to be much tighter. It can't be wider. So these guys are getting a good grasp. And at the same time, schematically, Coach Pendergrass is putting in calls where we're controlling the front. I think there was a big issue before where quarterbacks would get out. Now there's other parts to it where linebackers have to be here on certain zones, but at the same time, our awareness of our pass rush lanes has to be part of the defense.
How much are you doing like team stuff in terms of blitzes and that to get guys free on pass rush? How much of that is happening?
I don't know what the percentage is, but Coach Clancy seems to be an aggressive guy.
Right.
You guys know him longer than I do, so he can get fairly aggressive on defense. So these movements here that we do, it's not really to free us up. It's mostly to free up those guys coming behind us.
Okay.
But if we perfect our craft of what I call facing and two-facing in our movements, and knowing when we're doing that and when we're a gap controller, I think that helps us get ourselves free as we attack an offensive lineman.
I think the thing that turned USC's defense around when Pete was here is Sean Cody pressure like crazy on the quarterback. And he didn't have to do anything special about it. He could play the run and just shut it down, and he could still get to the quarterback. Do you have guys that you think are going to be able to do that kind of thing?
Well, right now, I can't say enough good things about Christian Rector. How he's playing the run, and then number two is his pass rush game. You talk to Christian, he'll tell you that right now that's an improvement. He knows his production was down last year, and so he's really working on it. Like I said, a big focus is us, getting to pass rush, making sure we're breaking down one-on-ones, making sure I'm giving them comments so they can go home at night and, when they put the film on, there's a comment from me saying, hey, listen, this is what's going on, rather than them having to wait for me to come to practice. I like to give them that to look at the night before, and that's part of the game, I guess even in anything we do, I tell our guys, man, how we separate from people is the way we prepare. And I'm trying to give these guys every avenue to be prepared for the next day.
Comments. How would you comment on Jay Tufele?
Jay Tufele is having a good camp. Doing our best to keep him healthy. Knock on wood. No, he's just like everybody else in the country that's going through camp. He's got a lot of bumps and bruises. But Jay is playing fast. He's playing strong. He's a force in the run game. And if you've been watching practice, you see what he's doing in the pass game. That guy's in the backfield. He's chasing quarterbacks. He got a little bit too close to the quarterback today. Coach Clay wasn't too. I got that look from the head coach like, hey, Chad, watch your guy. So I went up to Jay and said, hey, listen, great job beating the guard, getting up there, but please stay away from our quarterback. But Jay's having a good camp.
And
Marlon, steady Freddie, Mr. Consistent, does everything the right way. That guy is error-free. He's well prepared for every practice. He's just, I don't know, whatever good word you can say about him, it's Marlon. He's a perfect guy you want to coach. His attention to detail, his focus, his demeanor, the way he comes to work every day, it's consistent. There's no highs and lows with Marlon Tupelo, and I can say that about him. Right now Christian Rector's the same way. Now is Jay Tufele? No, Jay has his ups and downs. We got to get him leveled out, But Marlon and Christian, man, they've been steady Freddie. I'm fired up.
Yeah, Drake.
Drake, again, right now with Drake needs to take care of the little things. We all know what kind of talent Drake has, but Drake needs to focus on the attention to details, where the running back is set, how the tight end is aligned, how the tackle is set. There's those little things that only experience is going to fix that. and he's getting as much reps as he can right now in practice. But that'll take some time, you know. Like today, there was one play where, you know, we've drilled it, we've talked about it, but again, when bullets are flying, he's got to be able to react. It doesn't matter how talented you are, you got to process stuff, and that's what we're getting with Drake. He's got to be able to see the backfield set. You know, formation recognition is something we talk about, you know, of pre-snap awareness, formation recognition, and that's something that Drake has to focus on, because he needs to be able to align himself for success, and formation recognition does that.
How much do you envision
He's got to get to
Christian and Drake out there together in the same?
Yeah, right. You're welcome. Right now they are out there together. Drake's my starting left end. Christian's my starting right end. I got Connor Murphy pushing Christian Rector for that starting job, and I got Caleb Tremblay right now pushing Drake Jackson for that starting job. So right now, those are my two defensive ends, and those are my backups right now. So.
And just lastly, how do you decide how many to go with on the?
It depends on Coach Clancy on what package he calls, depending on what kind of personnel we're facing. That will decide whether we have two ends on the field or not. But you know, if they're the two best guys for that package, then they'll be in there. Now, if I only have one end in there, Christian will start it off. Drake will be the next guy in.
Very good.